I'm just back from Annecy. I've never actually gone to the festival before, and I'm still trying to process what I just experienced. So how do I sum up what I've just been through, and how do I then present that as a digestible morsel for you to experience? I think I better put the kettle on. You know, I'm still coming down from being there, and I think ultimately any event that I experience, I really like to let the silt of my emotions settle before I look back, because it can be very hard to pick through certain things without kind of a clarity of thought. Only then did a kind of clarity of my true emotions arrive, once it settles in around me in tangible descriptions. So, what was Annecy like? Well, I just want to say it's not straightforward to get to. I tried to get there as early as I could during what I call the Fox's Hour, just passing by my city as it slept, only to realise that everyone wasn't asleep but ahead of me in the airport. But ultimately I made my flight. Just south of Lake Geneva sits Lake Annecy, and right at the top, nestled in the foothills of the Alps, Annecy hugs both mountain and lake. Now, I didn't really help myself travelling there. I chose a less direct route, instead choosing to follow a more local path along trains and buses. But as I arrived, the first signs that there is a festival in this town revealed themselves. Finally, I had arrived. And from now on, all I wanted to do was experience the sights, the sounds, just everything about where I was. And actually it was here where I hit my first stumbling block with Annecy. I had no idea where to go. No idea where to get my pass or even what was happening. Now, truth be told, I had only glanced over the festival program. I wasn't really sure what was showing, when, or even where, so I wandered for a bit, already feeling like I was missing out on everything. But thankfully, I eventually read the email advising me where to pick up my badge, and after waiting in the wrong queue 3 times, I realized I had to collect my badge from the press room. So by the second day, I felt way more settled. I had purpose, and most importantly, I met people who knew what they were doing. I think without their support, the festival would have taken me a lot longer to figure out. But slowly, the flower of Annecy started to open up to me. The location is stunning, and while I know we're in the middle of a heat wave, that constant sun just sank into my emotions, washing away any anxiety I lied about not having. Now, the festival area is relatively small, and they do give you a map to kind of have a look around. The total area is shown to be bigger due to MIFA, which is located at the Imperial Hotel, a grueling 25-minute walk from downtown Annecy in that unforgiving sun. It felt like every day I was dragging equipment up there for interviews. And it's only on the last day I realized there were shuttles available to use that would ferry you up and down. If I'd known this, it would have saved arriving to each interview dripping in sweat, wishing that I could find my travel-size deodorant. There is so much on at Annecy, it's hard to know what to see. It's very easy to miss out on things if you're not sure how to book them. I quickly figured out that you need to really dedicate time to go through the entire program to see what's on, and then sit like a hawk and try to book what you want to see. Otherwise, you could be sitting in a queue of non-ticket holders hoping for spare seats. And let me tell you, it is so disheartening when you're in that queue and they come out and say they're full up. You just kind of have to turn around and go to Café d'Art. Though, I will say their digital platform for booking events is superb once you get a handle on it. It's very, very easy to follow. It's just a lot. I mean, all of this is just one day worth of events. Yeah, I'm showing it all. It's a lot, guys. It's a serious amount. And that's just one day. And this doesn't even mention any of the after parties that studios host. Now, being press, I was invited to a lot of them, and they were a blast. Eventually people really started letting loose. When I went to my very first event, it was a screening, I was taken totally by surprise as the room erupted with the word lapin. When this rabbit appeared on screen, I soon realized that this was the energy of the attending students, and I was immediately addicted. The traditions from Annecy that they embrace add a whole new level of fun to the usually stale liminal space of waiting for an event to start. Paper planes whiz past you, knock into you, all in the hope of witnessing the joyful moment when one sails across the crowd and reaches the stage. And here's the true magic of Annecy. It lies in the people you meet. Everyone there respects and loves animation, and honestly, feeling that energy around you is electric. Being in a place where people share the same passion and love that you have, and most importantly, are willing to discuss it, is in pretty sharp contrast with the moment you return to the real world and just become that animation person again. Maybe I'm just speaking for me. This is a global event. Over the 6 days of Annecy, I met heroes of mine, people I hugely respected, and was so honored to finally meet them in person. And if you're wondering how the locals feel, well, they seem very nonplussed by a festival that invades their town yearly and threatens to burst it at the seams with animation lovers. They just go about their day, and many were happy to ask if I was enjoying the festival. I didn't really see any antisocial behavior. Everyone is just so chill and just living their lives or just trying to have the best time at the festival. Probably helped the weather was really good as well. So to sum it all up, to me, Annecy is like a music festival, but instead of stages, you've got screens. And at the end of every day, all the bands are just walking around talking to everyone. I've been told that Annecy is a must for anyone who is interested in or works in animation. And I have to agree. I really have to agree. While the festival itself can be kind of difficult to penetrate at times, I think if you're going, it's a really good idea to latch on to some people who've experienced the festival before. Their experience is going to be invaluable as to how they navigate the kind of different intricacies of Annecy itself. Enjoy the town, enjoy the events, but most of all, enjoy the conversations. Because really, I think that's where the true heart of Annecy lies.